Once upon a time, Polly ran frantically through the dark forest of fear and doubt until one day she slowed down enough to notice the trees were beautiful. The more she noticed the trees, the less she saw the darkness. She discovered she was in an olive grove rather than a forest. This is when she uncovered her magic truth. Polly's purpose is to shine in every way. Welcome to her manifesting success story. Hello and welcome to this episode. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am back with Paulie. Welcome, Paulie.
Hello, Cassie. Thank you for having me back yet again.
I am so excited to interview you today. We just had an amazing coach session, and so I love what's opening up in your life. Do you happen to have an estimate? I know you just did your last couple months of manifesting total, so maybe we share that if you don't have the entire total. I believe it was like $7,200.
Yes, it was 7,200, and before that, I think it was like 40,000.
Yes.
So I'm up to, and that was 2 months ago, or yeah, the tally from before 2 months ago. So I'm almost up to 50,000 in this year.
Yay!
Alone.
That's amazing.
Which has been amazing. Yes, it's been so much fun, and it's all been pretty much like doing virtual voiceover jobs, like acting and voiceover jobs, which is so great.
That's amazing. I love it. We are recording this on October 25th, 2021. And I love it. Yeah. You've been able to just like do voiceover even outside of a studio, right? Get a mic, find a space, and like just be in, like, I remember you're in California recording a little while ago.
Yeah, exactly. 2 months ago, I thought I wasn't going to be able to do the job and see my family, but it all worked out. I was able to see my family and then do the voiceover job from my sister's house. And then we did it again when I came back to New York last week. The same thing. I was able to work from home and get paid very, very well to do. Oh, and I got directed by a Hollywood actress who was super cool. It was such a cool experience. So
yay. That's amazing. So what's been your biggest aha or growth since our last interview?
Wow. Okay. So the biggest aha is I always have so many. I feel that the biggest aha has been what it really means to be present, because it's such a overused word all the time. Mm-hmm. And to distill it with you has been, I feel it's made me very vulnerable, but I think that that's like where magic happens, is like where I feel so soft and raw and like I have to be tender with myself, is where I see such growth, and being able to, like talk about what it means to be present, because it's such an idea, such a concept that I wasn't sure how to apply it. So that's been really, really big. And in our one-on-one, we talked about that again, about being present. But something that helped me a lot was when you wake up in the morning, what do you do? And I make my bed. And so what does that look like, to be present making the bed? And it's like you said, what does the pillow feel like, or what sound is happening, or what are you smelling, bringing back to the senses, which is what we do when we're scripting. That's what brings us back to the present moment in the scripting. So that's been a huge aha, is to realize how unpresent I am, how like out to lunch I am in thoughts throughout the day. And then to notice when I'm present and being able to leverage and like feel fully in the present moment has been a huge, huge bit of work that I've done with you lately.
Yes. And I love that you use the word distill, because it is layers of getting present. And you're right. The word is overused. It's like, oh, be present, do this, but
stay present. Yeah.
Yeah. Stay present. Just be present.
Yourself,
yeah. The present is but like it takes energy and effort. If you have not been being present, it takes training yourself, to be present and to even learn what that feels like, and I think you just had this experience today, which is really cool, it's multiple layers. So yeah, I've been being more present and catching that. And then today we're even like, oh, but there's this other piece we can take out and you can be even more present.
Hmm. And I just had an aha moment as you were talking, because we talked about how I get to do ballet every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the reason I love it so much is because I'm so present in ballet. Like
Yes.
to each, like there's 8 counts in music, but there's always like it's and one and two. There's so much in one count that I love like getting. I just love learning the moment by moment, the beat by beats of the music,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to be present for that. But on top of that, I just coming to me, but that when it's the responsible thing to do is to be present, because like I can take care of me the best when I'm present, but it's all if I'm taking care of me in the present, I'm also taking care of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And the image that came to me like is on the subway, being present on the subway.
Yeah.
um, Anything can happen, like so much can happen, but when I'm present, if something were to go down or what or not, like at least
Mm-hmm.
I'm present enough to help somebody else, which happens all the time. There's like, I just realized 2 weeks ago there was like a homeless man that was on the verge, and um a few people, and I like had to pull him back,
Mm-hmm.
um but had I not been present, like, or other people not been present, something bad could have happened. But it's just, I'm piecing things together right now, like why the present is so important and staying in the present.
Yes. That's amazing. I love how these ahas come, right? Because it's a continued. And when we open up new space,
Mhm.
we open up more and more space. So I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Um, Normally I would ask what your coolest piece of evidence is right now, but I want to share this because you just shared it with me. And I think it's one of the coolest pieces of evidence is that your boyfriend just got a job that he was referred to from 5 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And it was, I love this story because I've had those moments in my life where we were about to leave, uh, the next day to Azerbaijan and go
Mhm.
for like we had a one-way ticket to go and travel. And he went to go do our laundry, which means I just have the best boyfriend. He who does my laundry. And as he was going to do the laundry, he was like, wouldn't it be, imagine I got a call right now for a cool job. And then as he's leaving the laundromat, like he gets a call and they offer him, and it's his ideal job. Like if he's not working for himself doing videos, it's the best thing that he could ask for, which is like a commercial that is really well paying, a great position, and it's a short amount of time. And it's exactly what happened. That's what he got. And I was like, oh, tell me more about that. Like, I just love hearing like that you got that feeling and then it happened. And he was like, and I clicked with the lady that was hiring him so well. I was like, of course, like you wouldn't have gotten that hit, from the universe if it wasn't perfect for you. So yeah, so now we had to postpone our trip to Azerbaijan, but he gets to do a job that he loves, and I get to stay and continue, becoming more of my future self here in New York.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Um, and I think one of the ways that you have grown, in addition to being present, which this ties in over the past couple months, is really owning that, like the hell yes and the no,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially when it comes to travel, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So uh, the hell yes is always to go travel. It's never, but I get in the way thinking there's something I should be doing in New York, or there's things I need to be taking care of in New York.
Mhm.
So this summer we went to Iraq, and it was amazing. It was beautiful and a highly underrated, misunderstood country. Um, and my boyfriend Luke was ready to go, and I was like, no, I can't go. I have to stay, even though like every piece of every fiber in my body was already in Iraq. Um,
Mhm.
but the work was to follow the hell yes and let everything fall into place. And I was like, I had anxiety about it because I really felt I needed to stay. I don't know why. I just felt, who knows why. But I listened to you, and you're like, I listened to myself, and I went to Iraq, and it was the most incredible, beautiful trip I've ever had. And it was like that trip was like is everything I needed to solidify who I want to be and my future self as an artist and as a person and as a, a philanthropist of the highest caliber, that I needed to do that trip. So I was happy that that happened.
Yes. Absolutely. What is the best manifestation that you've had over the past couple months?
Oh my gosh. Okay, the best manifestation over the um well, I think I actually talked about this last time. I don't know if it's the best. I mean, so many things just popped into my mind,
And
and
you
you've
can share
named
them
so
all,
many.
the great
Yeah.
manifestations that have happened.
I think no. I feel that one is just now in our one-on-one. You were like, Polly, you live in New York City. You're planning a trip to travel the world with your boyfriend. You are an actress. You are living the life of your dreams. I think that reminder is pretty exceptional. But I also shared I think the last interview, about how I was walking in New York City going to a ballet class, and I just had the thought, like, oh, universe, I'd love a miracle, anything. And as soon as like I hadn't even said the word miracle in my head, I heard someone calling my name, and I was like, Polly, Polly. And it was this friend that I knew from from college, who was in New York City. It was her first day back in New York City, and she was back because they offered her a play. So that was so cool. And then 2 weeks ago, I was walking in New York City, going to the same ballet class, and I had the same thought, like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if that happened again? And then I heard, Polly, Polly. And it was I turned around, it was the producer of my first professional job in New York, which is where I met Luke. It was a 6-month job I did. So that was really cool, to just I had the thought, and it's actually kind of like Luke's thought that, at the laundromat, like, I wonder if this is going to happen. And then it happens. So that was really, really fun. I loved that happened.
That's amazing. Any other ways that you've grown that you want to share over the past couple months, or things that you've grown through?
There's always so much. One that sticks out is that whatever I need and whatever I want is wherever I am. I think that's been a huge, I love going deeper into that. And I think it's a great way to keep me present. Like, if I'm going into, starting to spiral out instead of spiraling up, I can tell myself, let go. It's all like, whatever you want, whatever you need is wherever you are. So stop, just relax. That's been a really big, it feels so good to even just say it out loud.
Yes.
It feels really good.
Yay. That's amazing. I'm trying to think of like a big way. I've just seen you get really more and more present. And I think that is amazing and so good for what's happening in your life, and opening up all this space for all of these new things. I do think we should, because you've had some coaching. And so I'm going to put you and your future self on the spot.
Yes,
last year we did think you would be in Spain for your birthday. Your birthday is coming up. Yes. So tell us what you know, or how you're feeling, or how it's okay that you're not in Spain right now.
Oh, okay. Great question. It's okay because it is okay. Because it's always okay. Yeah. And because this is a huge opportunity for me to choose the story, right? And so what's wonderful that I'm not in Spain is that I get more opportunities to fully live in New York and continue to become my future self. And also, when I think about where I was a year ago in terms of artistry, in terms of ballet, in terms of any skill set, I'm like leaps and what's the saying? Leaps and bonds?
Leaps and bounds.
Bounds. Yeah, that's what it is. Leaps and bounds to where, if I could go back, I wish I could have like a time lapse of all the ways I've improved and all the ways I've grown. And I know that I'll be in Spain eventually. And I'm going to hear stories about everything that had to happen and come together that I had no idea was happening behind the scenes, And and just thinking like, oh, I had it so easy. I just had to be in New York and like practice being my future self. While the producer and everybody else had to figure out how to get it on its feet. I was the one having the easy part, just preparing and becoming. So I think that really great story, like behind the scenes stories are going to happen. I get to be in New York still, because who knows if I move to Spain, or if I don't, who knows? I think the uncertainty is actually really exciting.
Mhm.
And I get to have a birthday in New York City, which is not a terrible city.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. What is the one um, intention or the one thing you want to be saying next year on your birthday?
Oh my goodness. Next year on my birthday, uh, immediately I just thought, thank you. Like, just thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yay.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you in so many ways. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for where I am. Thank you for the people that are here. Thank you for everything that happened that got me here. And just thank you for that I'm where I want to be. Yeah, just thank you.
Amazing. Anything else on your heart or your mind that you want to share today?
Um, I'm so grateful. I can say that this birthday too, thank you.
Hmm.
Uh, and I'm so appreciative that like you're here to be, to open my eyes and ears and heart and everything, and just to appreciate the moment, to
Hmm.
appreciate like, everything that's going on around me that I've created and co-created with you and the people in my life. So I'm really happy that I'm here, actually. Very happy.
Yay. I'm happy that you're here too. And I know our listeners are happy that you are here and like willing to be vulnerable and share these moments in your journey with us, because I hear from people all the time, that these stories like empower them. And
Yeah.
so I know our listeners are so thankful to you. I'm thankful to you for sharing this moment in your journey. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. My pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you all for listening, and make sure to come back and check out what else is awesome in Polly's life next time. The telling of stories is so powerful, both to the person telling it and the person receiving it. Since 30,000 BC, we as humans have told stories to teach and guide. And now we, with Manifesting Success Stories, hope to inspire you to what is possible in your own life. If you want more manifesting success, go to moremanifestingsuccess.com, where you'll find links to anything we've talked about on the show. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, you have the power to write your own happy ever after.